Alright, g'day guys, Matt Preston built cruisers. Now, very exciting. You can see in the background the 60, which is very exciting because we're finally getting closer to the finish line with the painting. And basically I thought I'll give you guys a big update video of where it's at and what's to come. So let's get into it. Alright guys, let's address the elephant in the room, and it is the big 79 series bonnet scoop. Let's inspect. So as you can see, finally got the big scoop. I was umming and ahhing about it for so long, and I basically decided I wasn't going to do it. But then, basically, last minute decision, still priming the car, good timing, got it done. So here it is, and as you can see, it's an absolute beast. And these are the factory lines here, and you can sort of see it just sort of fits in here nicely, and it just looks so nice. And you can see it's sort of, there's a tiny little like bit in here, and it goes up and then up again. I just really like the look of it. So if you guys like the look of it as well, let me know, because it is growing on me slowly. And the reason I say that is because look at the height of it. It is literally like 100 mil higher than what the bonnet was before. So it really does stick out a lot, and in person it is a lot. But I think once we paint the whole car, make it all the same, it'll look not too bad. So it does stick out, but it is really cool, and it's pretty much fully primed and ready to go, but we will just sand it up a bit more and just sort of make it look a little bit nicer. Now, super happy with that, and the guys that did this, I'll put a link in the description if you want to get a bonnet done yourself. But yeah, they're just located near Morphet Vale, and they do all this sort of stuff for Holdens, 79s, you know, any full drive really, you can put a scoop on it. Okay, so you can see, got the bonnet up here. Now I just thought to show you what's going on. So basically, big cut at the back, and that's obviously so the air actually goes in. When we do a top mount intercooler later on, they'll be ready to go. And then what they've done up here, they've actually done fiberglass caps on all these bracing bits here, which is good obviously for structure. And you can see it's all been primed, which is really nice. Now, remember, you won't actually see any of this because the little black mesh will go back up, and I'll just cut a little hole in it and put it back into the bonnet here. So keep the heat and stuff inside the bonnet, keep it nice and quiet, and won't have any of this sort of like rattle noise. And obviously it will hide these cuts here, which I'll show you now. So basically all these little tabs here, like kind of like little rivets, and they go around the whole perimeter to really seal it down. You can see they're like 50 mil spacings roughly. And basically the little X's are so the glue could grab to the metal, and then the bonnet could grab to that. So it's really nicely done. And you can see it goes right to the top up here, all the way down. So it really takes up the whole bonnet. And yeah, like I said before, black mesh goes up, you won't even see this anymore. And then yeah, I'll just put that back up there. So super happy with it, looks really, really cool. And I just think it's really gonna make this car sort of stand out from the rest with a really cool scoop on the front. Guys, I'm so excited. When this car's done, we're gonna have new wheels and tires that are obviously bigger than these. These are 33s. So I won't be needing these anymore. And man, with the scoop, it's just gonna look so much bigger. Alrighty, so starting around here, going around where we currently are with the 60. Done some test priming up here, and that looks really nice. And basically the other side's actually almost fully done, so you'll see what that looks like. You can see down here, done a nice bog there, that's super smooth now, and just a little dent, but that's really mint now. You can see here, whole roof is fully sanded, and we've done sort of up the doors a bit and around the edges, and you can see some spots like here, it's actually gone to bare metal. Now, remember, this is an 8960, so this primer, this is the original primer from the factory, as you can see all across here. You can see this door, need to do a bit more here. Coming around here, you can see we've got all the little flare tabs, so they're sort of riveted on, so we decided to leave them on. And then obviously nut and bolt all the flares back on, because this is a GXL model. And I will say as well, with the offset these are now, which I think is like -20, -12, they actually flush with the like sort of body. So when the flares are on, to me it looks a bit silly because these don't, they're sort of so far in the guard. So I'm really excited to get the new rims, neg 38s on here with the flares, which will, you know, bring it out this much, and it's really just gonna look a whole lot better, which I'm really excited about. Now the back here, obviously, gull wing's been sort of taped up. There's a big rubber seal that goes around here, so a lot of this will be covered. You can see we've done sanded up here, tiny little bog there, that's all good. And another one down here, so patch those up nicely. Big badge will go there, Land Cruiser. Coming around the back, you can see we've done under here. Just need to do a bit more here in the number plate section. And then this actually comes out, so we'll tape around that, paint it, and then put that back in. And coming down here, rear bar is completely off, so basically that's never going to go back on again, which is very exciting. That means we're going to have a big rear bar going on here, and yeah, won't need this old trailer plug anymore. So super exciting just to see what it's going to look like when it's all done. Now this here, this isn't us, this is actually someone else's work they've bogged in the past, so that could be a trailer hitch or something, not really sure, but that's quite funny, so that's actually not us. And then just here you can see we bogged those two little holes there, because that's just a sticker, so it doesn't really need those holes. Fuel cap, pretty self-explanatory. In the boot here, we will sand this bit back, because you can see it's all damaged here from the weather, and we'll paint that as well, just because it's right in your face when you open the boot every time. And you can see overspray on the gas strut, so someone in the past has already come here and sprayed it at some point. Flares, all the flares down here, so pretty self-explanatory, but these will obviously go on here. And these flares, there's actually normally a rock guard on here, that's why there's a little hole there. We actually took those off and bogged the holes, you can see there, because this goes on here like this, and we just think it'll look a lot better without it, instead of having a rock guard there, which looked kind of weird. So that'll look really cool. In here, coming along, starting to tape up a little bit here. Snorkels off. This sort of fender here, as you can see, is quite primed. It's pretty much fully ready. And then at the front here, old lights, they can get dirty, doesn't matter, I'm not going to use them. And then yeah, just that bottom piece down there needs to be a bit more sanded. So it's coming along. It's getting very, very close now. I'm filming this in the morning. Hopefully by the end of today, this car is fully prepped, basically. So yeah, should be all right. All right, I thought I'd jump in the interior because it's been a while since it's been in here. But basically you can sort of see the back, absolutely full of boxes. And even if I get in here, we can see obviously new head unit is right here in the box ready to go. So that's from the guys at A22, and basically they've got us a nice big head unit here, which is similar style to this. It will go just inside there, and I wanted it a bit more subtle because in the Prado got that big one that goes up here, which I think is really good, but with this 60 I wanted a bit more subtle, a bit more like slimline, so just in there, which would be nice. And it's pretty much jailbroken, so it's going to have like YouTube on there, Netflix. It would be really nice, whereas this one can't do any of that stuff. Right, it's a bit of a mess in here, but yeah, one stone armrest sitting on the ground there. In the back, Got the little tailgate thing here, but you may wonder what all these boxes are. That's very exciting. The guys that are car builders, as you can see here, have sort of hooked us up with their stage 3 sound ender kit. So basically that's what's all inside of here. And this will do doors and the floor and the boot sort of area. So we'll potentially do that when the paint's curing on the car, because we won't be able to drive it outside anyways because it'll be drying. So it's just going to make more sense to sort of do the sort of mods that are inside anyways, and then, you know, you can still keep getting mods done on it, I guess. And then this one here, this one's I'm actually really excited about. This is just a central door locking system, and I bought it on eBay for like 40 bucks or 30 bucks or whatever. You can sort of see there a bunch of like little motors obviously, and comes with like 2 remotes that look like that. And obviously this is just going to give us central locking. All the doors will lock by a button, which is obviously really awesome. We're going to bring it in the 21st century, which is very exciting, because obviously right now 60 being so old doesn't have any locking, so you've got to manually sort of push all the pins down. And yeah, this will just be really, really cool. So gonna definitely put that in. That's going to be a game changer. Well, you can see here where the sills are coming off, getting ready to paint, because obviously the paint will go through and you don't want your paint to sort of get on the rubber seal in there. And obviously this gull wing, or should I say sliding window, is staying in, and that will stay in there forever, I'm pretty sure. So gull wing on that side for the 12-volt wall coffee machine, that will just stay, and I might even get a solar shade for that down the line. Another thing I was to mention, now that the scoop's there, it's so high, I can't actually see that front left side of the bonnet, which is funny. So you can see the front right just there, and when I drive, my eyes are sort of back here, and yeah, you can't actually see that side because it's so big. I think it will grow on me over time, but I just can't emphasize how much taller it actually is in person. And then obviously the solar shade doesn't actually block the vision at all, as you can see. All right guys, now in the back here, it's a bit of a mess, but just thought I'd show you around just in case you're up to date with what's happening. But basically this sort of 12-volt system is a little bit stuck in time in a sense, because as you can see here, all the sort of 12-volt stuff's on this wall, and the batteries in there and everything. But obviously gull wing's out, can't wire it up because we're painting the car. So all this stuff is here, still looking nice, not too damaged or anything. But I will say the glue is slightly lifting on this one piece, which is, you know, pretty good odds. My first time doing it, only bit peeling up is this bit. So I might put some second fix nails in there or something to pin that back down. You won't even see them. And then obviously, yeah, a bit of a junk here, but got the gull wing compartments here and some tools. Really, like, I really want to use this kitchen slide camping, and it's still just here and I still haven't really used it, which is so annoying. But I think I've shown you guys, but this also did find a little cutlery drawer, as you can see there, so that fits in there quite nicely in that little bottom drawer, and obviously be able to use that for camping. Found that in hard rubbish actually, which is quite cool. And then yeah, basically all the 12-volt wiring stuff, iTechworld jump starter, and then in here is just sort of like my Milwaukee tools, just for anything I need to do. It's actually all my carpentry stuff, but obviously you can still use it on the car. So that's just all in there. An electric blanket for some reason. These, if you do remember, are actually from the Prado 90 series, and because I got the new bull bar on them, they don't really fit anymore. But I was going to see if these work with my bar, and they don't, unfortunately. I have to drill a few holes in them. So because they're a bit rusty and ratty looking as well, I think it's just going to be better if I actually buy new ones. And they're only like 70 bucks, and I might even get yellow so it looks a bit nicer. But yeah, that's just a little update on the recovery points. But yeah, I think that's basically an update of where it's at. What I've just told you has been lots of weekends worth of work, but it doesn't probably seem like much that I've shown you. But yeah, the biggest feature is obviously bonnet on and basically primed. We're masking up now. The car basically won't move because once I mask up the wheels and stuff, obviously, you know, we're not going to be driving it. Drove it today, started up, barely started just because it's been sat here for a little while now. But I did actually start, which is nice. And man, the finish line's getting closer and closer. All right guys, bit of a different video, big walk around vlog style video. I don't really do these sort of videos. Normally I have a tripod and everything, but I think it's good to have the sort of the natural camera connection as well, like all the other YouTubers I see do. But basically, it's getting very close, very, very exciting. And let me know if there's anything you want me to sort of ask you, if you have any questions or anything, or if you want to paint a car yourself. There will be a whole video about painting this car on YouTube when it's done. But this is sort of a mid-progress sort of video. So very, very exciting. If you have any questions, let me know. And otherwise, like and subscribe. Trying to hit 10,000 subscribers. We're getting very close. So thank you for everyone who is. And yeah, looking forward to get this car finished. So I'll catch you guys next time on Built Cruisers.